Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Uncommentary. Now, we know we've been away out of action for a very long time, and we promise you we're going to make up for all of that. Narayanan, my friend, is as usual joining me today. Hey, Narayanan.
Hello.
Yeah, and
Eh,
Narayanan has had a massive change in his um, location. He's now moved from sweaty, sultry Chennai to the land of sport crazy and fanatics, Kolkata. Tell us something about that, Narayanan, before we move ahead.
City of Joy. Dave, thanks a lot. It's been a long time since I've also been part of the podcast and been missing it. And yeah, it's good to be back. And yeah, as you rightly said, it's the City of Joy. The first stark thing that is right on your face is these sporting football nation flags being hung all
And the
across the city.
murals and the
Yeah,
graffiti you see everywhere.
right.
I'll put them for our viewers on the screen now. Here you go. And those lovely. It's such great pleasure to see Kolkatans, the people of Kolkata, having so much love and passion for sports, especially football. Their favorite hero, Messi and Ronaldo. You can have arguments and discussions for hours and hours together and still enjoy a cup of chai with every Bengali in Kolkata. On my personal end, I've accepted new opportunities within my current role. So that has been keeping me busy. And that was the main reason I couldn't cope up with my office work and then my cricket and then podcast. So apologies. Now we'll have a session today where we will discuss all the major events that have been happening, including Olympics and you know the Euro Cups that happen, and also cricket across the globe. First and foremost, India New Zealand World Test Championship final. We didn't come, we couldn't publish our last episode, the final day. Narayan, your thoughts, please.
New Zealand deservedly won the inaugural WTC finals, and why not? If you look across all the 5 or 6 days that cricket has been played, India never were on top. India was always trying to play catch up. Though we tried
Mm.
and we got a few sessions going our way, but apart from that, it was New Zealand who was controlling and dictating the game, and rightly so. And such a beautiful team under the able leadership of Kane, and everyone chipped in, the bowlers, the fielding, the catches. There was not a single thing that New Zealand could do wrong. And uh, it's not an excuse, but I think the two-test preparation against England in the run-up to the WTC helped them to acclimatize the English weather
Yeah.
conditions and the pitch much better than India, who directly went and just had a intra squad game,
Mm.
not even a tour game in the run up to the WTC. But taking nothing away, they deservedly won it.
Absolutely. And we were talking about rains, clouds, one day being washed off. Glad they had a 6 day, an extra day, a reserve day,
Mm.
and New Zealand, the rightful champions there. Well done to them. Moving
Right,
on.
and just
Yeah.
one more thing is the approach by India on the final day was quite a shocker. India, there were only two results possible: a draw or a New Zealand win. Somewhere in the entire team, the think tank thought an India win is possible, and the batsmen started attacking from ball one.
Yeah.
And after a couple of wickets, when they lost, they should have just held back and said, "Let's play a normal game and play out the next half an hour, 1 hour, and then see how it goes." Rather, they went all out, all guns blazing, and they fell short because if you realize at the time when New Zealand snatched victory, uh, if India had hung around for another 1.5, 2 hours, it would have been a different result. It would have been a draw altogether. So, but yeah, taking
True.
nothing away, New Zealand deserved to win.
Yeah, I understand. Now, this cribbing and discussing, that heart-sulking discussion that you and I are having at this moment, it reminds me of the Great Cricketers channel, where they still talk about the Gabba test, the Gabba tour, and we are going to talk about the World Test Champion finals over and over in our coming episodes, coming podcast sessions. I'm 100% sure. Moving to the next couple of series that happened, Australia against West Indies first, and then Bangladesh lost both the series. They tried and tested different brand of players. A brand new captain under Matthew Wade lost 4-1 in the T20 series just recently, and to West Indies in their backyard. They got out for 60 in the last game against Bangladesh in the last T20 and lost that match. But I guess Bangladesh have proven their side they did not win it just as a fluke. They kept it consistent. So they comprehensively beat the Aussie side 4-1. So well done to them.
Did Australia tinker with their squad? I mean, what I mean to ask is, did they think about, irrespective whether the results are going our way, let's try the bench strength? Is that why the bench strength was not or could not stand up to what the spin-friendly wickets of Bangladesh offered? Or because it's still like 4-1 is something that we don't anticipate with Australia, right? You don't expect that.
I'll show you what happened. I'll just open the scorecard and the recently finished series. I'll give you some snippets of it. Okay, give me a moment. They tried Ashton Agar. They tried Matthew Wade, as I said, as a captain. Dan Christian got a couple of good chances in that series. In the fourth game, he like 5 massive sixes of Shakib in 1 over. So he was a good shine. Enriquez got a chance. I mean, not a chance, as in they tried him. They tried Swepson for this series. Zampa was in. Now with the absence of Smith, with Finch, Warner, it is always going to hurt the Aussie side, because these three form the 3 pillars
But they had Stark leading the pace, right?
Yeah, they did, but he was not that effective on the subcontinent pitches. Putting up that kind of performance against Australia was really incredible. Well
and
done
it's going to boost their confidence moving into and playing other stronger teams as well. It just goes on to show that they are no longer pushovers. You are at home and you are a strong side. So
Exactly.
kudos to them.
Yep, all in all, a very good outcome for Bangladesh. Now, Euro Cup, you were I know you are very passionate about football, and you watched all the games, I guess, if not the major ones. Tell me something about what the Euro Cup presented for everybody.
So first of all, I have a very funny story. I didn't even know Euro was held was about to start in June this year.
I think I got to know from you.
I think around May is when my friend told me the league is over now. Next is Euro, and I was like, Euros this year? Isn't it next year? He's like, no, next year's World Cup. This year is Euro.
Yeah.
And yeah, COVID has jumbled up the sporting calendar as well, and it was good to see Euro back and live football. Some good action, some sad moments, and also a very terrifying moment where the player collapsed on the field.
Correct.
But overall, there were some wonderful performances. Switzerland going deep into the tournament. Even Denmark going very deep into the tournament, just narrowly missing out. And then England and Italy fighting it out at the Wembley final. And
we saw all kind
it's
of
gone to Rome.
memes.
It's gone to Rome and not
It
home.
did not go. It did not come home. It went to Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. Okay, and Olympics on the
Olympics,
final day.
two
After all the
medals,
drama,
two
on the final
medals.
day. Yeah,
I
and
mean, it's historic. First of all, what Neeraj Chopra has done, because
yeah,
it's not just the only gold for the Olympics, but it's also India's first ever gold in track and field. I mean, that is
yeah,
phenomenal, and such kind of medals goes a long way to also for young kids and budding people to take up the sport and also try much harder, taking nothing away from all the participants from whichever country who has come down and participated in the Olympics.
mm,
And these were trying times, these were testing times. It's not easy to travel, it's not easy
yep,
to keep up your momentum. You lose
correct,
focus because you don't have access to certain facilities due to
yep,
various lockdown conditions enforced in their respective home countries whatsoever. But to have do the training sometimes virtually, you're not having physical access to the coach. It's not
mm,
been simple for a lot of people, and to pull off something as huge as the Olympics was phenomenal, especially in Tokyo, which
yep.
is a very very small city, but infrastructure wise they have done a magnificent job, and it's been a wonderful tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Japan being Australia's favorite country to tour, everybody loves Japan, apart from Bali, of course. Australia did fairly well, finished at number 6 at the end of the Olympics. So something to rejoice for Aussies.
Yeah. And India is
Yeah.
in the top 50. We finished at 48, if I'm
Yes.
not wrong.
Yeah, they were hovering at 66, and with that one gold medal, finished
Yeah,
at 40, 46. Yeah,
true,
48.
true.
Yep.
48.
On that end, we'll finish our episode here, but don't go anywhere. Part 2 of this continues, and I'm sharing the link in this episode itself. So click on the link, and you'll go to part 2 of this podcast, Uncommentary.